All right, you know me, I like to jump right into things. I am going to minimize this and I'm going to come over here and pull up the live video so that I can see if you guys are chatting along with me while we watch. And here it is. I'm also going to have to mute that screen so you guys don't hear it. Exciting news. The thing that I've been trying to do for actually a very long time now, and partially not even aware of it, but I am now a Google trusted photographer. I think that's pretty fantastic. I'm super excited. And my phone just opened up because I said the word Google. That's how much they listen to us. Yeah, so when I started the business on the map thing that I shared with you 2 weeks ago, I found out about Google My Business, and then I found out about Google Trusted Photographers who can put other businesses on the map. And I said, well, that would have made this whole thing a lot simpler if I'd already been a Google Trusted Photographer. I am a photographer, so what does it take to get in there and be a trusted photographer? So I opened up my Google profile as far as Google Streets and things like that, connected them to my Google. It's not channel. It's a profile, right? So I had already added a bunch of reviews from my phone and 360 photos. This is not my 360 camera. This is something that my son left on my desk because I work from home and he likes to drag random things in here and set them on my desk to share with me. Like a cat who wants to share the mouse with the owner. It's like, here's my prey and I'm sharing it with you, and that's because I love you. So I appreciate all of the little toys and gifts and things that usually end up in my desk drawer until he asks me where they went, and I give them back to him. Um, that's neither here nor there. To become a Google trusted photographer, you have to have shared at least 50 360 photos, and it helps to do reviews, and you get points. And when you go to different places and take pictures there and you upload those, you get points. If you answer questions about businesses, you get points for that too. So I'm about 150 points away from being a level 7 guide, and I am already a Google trusted photographer. What does that mean? It means that I can go into businesses and do a 360 photo of their business to add to directly to the Google site that will show on the map if somebody wants to see what's inside their business. And because I'm a trusted photographer, that image goes directly to Google. They don't have to check it. They know that what they're getting from me is a proper shot that they can work with. So that's going to be a big part of my marketing moving forward. Now, I've been studying SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. And as a photographer, it's very important nowadays that you have this understanding of so many different things. And I mean, you can be like just a baby photographer and have your studio, and people will come to your studio and you'll take beautiful photos of the children, and that's awesome. And you can take, amazing photos, but at the same time, to be able to have that successful studio, you have to have an Instagram page, you have to have a Facebook page, you have to be able to post on a regular schedule, you have to understand marketing. And if you don't understand those things, then your business is going to have a much more difficult time getting off of the ground. It's true for any business nowadays, but especially with photography, it's like you have to do some video work. You have to have decent audio. You have to have all of these different things in place to capture the attention of your audience, to let them know that your studio exists in the first place. And so when I started doing photography in late 2011, early 2012, when I really hung my shingle out and said, this is what I am doing, that was what I noticed, was that it wasn't about just taking great pictures or doing weddings or one thing or another thing. You want to niche down, but at the same time, you have to understand so many other aspects that you didn't, I feel you didn't have to do as maybe a photojournalist in the 60s or 70s when film was popular. And with film you had to understand how to process your film, and you had to understand how to properly expose your film and things like that. And you still need to know those things with digital, but it's not to the point of you're working with chemicals and you're mixing stuff, and maybe you should have worn a mask when you were in high school in the photo club with all those chemicals in that little room with one little fan. It was great. So there's the digital realm has definitely changed the way photographers work. And nowadays photographers have to really understand a lot of different subjects. I know some of the missions that I've been sent on as a photojournalist, they were like, well, can you interview? Can you write? Can you create a story from the people that you interview? And can you do some video while you're there and get some B-roll for us and things like that? And if you aren't able to do those things, then you're less likely to get the job. Well, I have noticed that to be able to offer my own product out to the service, because there's a lot of different niches in photography that are not things that you normally think about, like the baby photographer, like the wedding photographer. There's construction photography, and there's product photography, and there's commercial photography, and all these different areas that you could go out and create a living with. Drone photography, videography. And there's a lot of jobs now for the drone pilot who can take good photos to do inspections of like high power wires and things like that, where they used to have to send a team up the pole to inspect these things and to get the pictures. Now you can just send a drone up. You don't have 4 or 5 guys on a live wire and 3 guys on the ground watching to make sure that nothing happens. It's a lot safer. You can just buzz up there, take your images, buzz back down, hand the images over to the inspector, and you're done. You don't even have to have like an inspection certificate or the ability to actually inspect the wires. You just take the images, you hand them over, and you skedaddle out of there. And it's a really good paying job. So there's a lot more opportunities now to do these kinds of things. But to be able to get the word out there, again, you have to have a unique product that meets the needs of the client, and to be able to educate the client to those needs, and that you can fill them for them. So to be able to do that in my genre, where I have been working for the past few years as a construction photographer and breaking into real estate this past year, I've decided that there's a lot more opportunity with local businesses than just real estate. And so I want to be able to create a package for local businesses that says, I can come in and do your 360 photos. I can do your local photos. I can show them the images that I took for Groove Magazine in Korea when I was going to different restaurants as the food and photo editor for the magazine and writing stories for them. I can take this whole package and say, not only can I do the photos and some video if you need to create a video for you, but I can also do your SEO. So that's, again, search engine optimization. We can help you rank by getting you on the map, as I've done with my business over here, which we're going to go look at in a little bit. And I haven't really looked at it today. I've been very busy today. So I've been watching it pretty close for the past 2 weeks, but today I haven't really had a chance to go in there. And so we're going to open up this other monitor over here, and then we are going to take a look. And you have to excuse all the tabs. I actually closed at least half of the tabs that I had open, and there was some things that I wanted to show you coming over here, where if we just go look at the insights for my business page, then we can see that it's been growing as well. So just doing these Facebook Lives with you has given me the opportunity to reach a lot more people. And that is not moving at all. I know I clicked on it, but my computer has been running straight for probably a week now, and I've let it sleep at night, but I have not shut it down. And now that we are recording, it takes a lot longer to do these things. So I think we're going to go ahead and skip the Facebook thing. But I will jump over here, and we've got Google open. So let's go ahead and search for professional real estate photography. There it is. I searched for it a lot recently. Now this is opened up in Google, right? So this is not the Google map that we have added this, but this is showing us things that are in Hagerstown, not necessarily real estate photographers. You can see there are some real estate agents in here, and then like Hagerstown is crossed out, so this isn't even in Hagerstown. And we are not on this first page. So that tells us something. It means we're still not really ranking in this area yet as far as Google is concerned for everything that could go into that keyword phrase right there, right? But if we click on more businesses here, then we go directly to the maps. So let's take a look at this, and we see there's two ads that jump up first thing. So that's interesting. One of them's in Frederick, the other one's in Hagerstown. And this is Dan Ryan Builders. This is not a photographer either. There's Anderson, Picture Perfect, Michelle Deming, Mid-Maryland, and then there's me. So for not having been on the map at all until 2 weeks ago, I am now, after the ads, I am now 5th. This is a realtor also, so not a photographer. And 1, 2, so we've got 3 photographers in there. This one is a photography studio, and she does not do real estate photography. So of the 5 that are in here, there's only 2 of them that are above me that are photographers, and those 2 are in Frederick. They are not in Hagerstown. So for Hagerstown real estate photography, I'm number 1 in the search results. I think that's pretty awesome. Now if we go down here, there's some more. This guy is in Igemsville. I don't even know where that is, but if you look at the map there, you can see it pop up way down here, right? Igemsville. So probably nobody from Hagerstown is going to contact that person. Sorry, Mike. And then here we have another one in Hagerstown that is Realty Results, the Glocker Group. This is a real estate agent. This is not a photographer. Now there's Integrity Solutions, and I know this company. They do a great job. They also do some drone footage, and so they are in Hagerstown, but they are, what is that? After the ads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8th. They're 8th on the list. So they do have 24, what's the word for it? Reviews. They've got 24 reviews, but and they're all 5 stars, so that's really good, and they're a really good company. Then there's Gideon Properties, also not a photographer. DC Real Estate Photography, and obviously that's not in Hagerstown, that's in DC. Remax Results, Remax Real Estate Exposures, they're in Pennsylvania. Like they're really digging deep to try and get somebody to fill that position. And then Joanne Fabrics and some other stuff that is really not even relevant to the search. So from the 10 or so photographers that are on there, the 3 of us that are in Hagerstown, 3 or 4 of us that are in Hagerstown, I'm on the top of the list for Hagerstown after 2 weeks. So that's pretty fantastic. Our next goal is to get up here above Anderson Photographs. Now she has 18 different reviews and 4-star rating. I now have 10 reviews, and so that's she's been on here a lot longer, so that's going to be pretty hard to bump her. And then the other thing that I noticed on here is that it says she's open 24 hours, and I have hours on mine, and we would be closed at this point. So no, I don't close till 8 p.m. I did 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on here. I'm wondering if that doesn't affect the search, because if you're searching for it right now, you're probably looking for somebody who is open right now. So I'm thinking that that might affect the search also. Other than that, I feel like I'm doing really good on here. I can show you guys some of the things that I have done to make sure that I do get up into the listings. One of the things that I've done is I have gone to my website, and I've been updating the keywords on my website. A keyword is what the computer looks for or Google looks for that makes sure that you are the type of person that they are searching for. So on here you can see I have business focused photographer, putting your business on the map, and Hagerstown, Maryland real estate and business photography. So all of these are keyword phrases, and I've sprinkled some down through here too. It's important to use, big headlines. This is like what it says H1. This is like a main headline topic. This is a sub headline here, and then scattered throughout here there are other keywords that would show up in the search. So this is my main page, and I am going to do a huge revamp on this because when I was over in Korea, as you can see here, I was doing travel photography, and that was my main focus. Now it's going to be business and real estate photography. So we're taking down these travel images, and I haven't done any of this yet. I've just been working on the keywords. Now another thing that's important, and I'm just going to jump into the dashboard here. When you're building your website, what's important is that your images have keywords on them too. This is something that I did not ever realize before until recently, and I knew that you could add like a title, a caption, things like this, but what I've added on here is like the address of my business and the phone number. This is called the NAP, name, address, and phone number of the business. And I've added this to each image. So if any of these images get shared to another website somewhere, then I'm going to get a citation that says this has been spread to other places. And Google will recognize that. Every time they see that NAP, they're going to recognize that my photo company created that image and it's been shared with another site. So if I shared it to, I don't know, Pixel or Yahoo photo groups or anything like that, I think they've done away with the groups for Yahoo now. But as it spreads out to those other places, then Google recognizes that it's not just your website and your map listing. You're spreading out, and you've got some things that are moving throughout the world of the web. Now, another place where I have added my business is in Yelp, and this is really good for local businesses. So it's kind of like Google Maps, but at the same time, it's more local than the Google is because Google's so worldwide. This shows that my business is here, and it says active January 2019 to December. I don't know what activity. Oh, that's just the activity. They've already got me here. I've had one view. So it's not a big deal. But Google finds this, and they see the NAP, and they say, oh, he's on Yelp. So he probably is really an established business. So earlier when I was saying that there's all of these things that a photographer has to know to be able, and each realm is different, right? Like the baby photographer needs to be able to do cell phone images so that she can put those images on Instagram, and that would help too, to get the citations from Instagram and things like that. So whatever your business is or your niche or what you're looking for, knowing some of these things obviously is going to help with getting your business out there for other people to see, but it's also going to give you the knowledge that you can help somebody else. So if you reach out to somebody and say, hey, I know that you've got a business and you want to be able to boost your ratings as I've boosted my ratings, all you have to do is contact me and we'll work it out together, and we will be able to get you some more business, get you some leads, and that's what everybody's looking for, right? More customers to come through the door so that they can make more money. Maybe you could work out a deal with them that for every lead you pull in, then you would get a 10% of whatever the sale is or something to that effect. So it's another business opportunity from your desk, from your home, where you can create these kind of things. I've created this in 2 weeks, and that's not that's not exactly fair. Like, I've had my website for a few years now, so it does have a little bit of legitimacy to it already. But other than that, it had nothing to do with real estate. It had nothing to do with business photography, and I have been able to create those things and build that just within the last 2 weeks. So if you could do that for a company near you, what would it be worth to them that you just reached out to them and said, hey, I want to create some leads, get some people calling on the phone so that you can make more sales? What would that be worth to you? Then that's a potential job right from your desk that you can do from anywhere. And, you can do it from your phone. You can do it from anywhere where you have an internet connection. So it is a true global job that you're going to be able to create your own hours and run your own business. Just another idea to throw out there. So if you're not sure what you want to do yet, if you're you think you don't have a product, or you don't know what to do as you're maybe sitting at home watching the kids while your wife's out working, and you want to be able to provide for the family more, then this is a potential idea. So if you have any questions about that, of course, just contact me. Just drop it in the comments box below. I'm happy to help. We do have the YouTube channel up now, so if you go to YouTube and you search for 1000 Dad Jobs, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because we need at least 100 followers before we can claim the name, right? And I need your help with that. So go ahead and go there, hit subscribe, and we will see you guys next week. God bless you.